Hello everyone, good afternoon. Yeah, it's 3:20 p.m. over here. I don't know what time it is over there, but it's 3:20. We're still, yeah, like almost over the day, okay? So I dropped a video regarding what I've been trying to say for a long time regarding how to empower yourself if you don't have all the necessary funds or instrument or whatever, or the right support from the right people that you need to have it from. Okay, now I posted a video. I think it was regarding Mr. Bike, him assisting two young lads, like two guys who are actually empowered already. All they needed is just, not just like a push, like that real push to help them, scale through. One was actually mechanical engineering, one was actually a fashion designer, but they don't have the instruments to do the continuity in order for them to have cash on their hands. Now, I want to tell you guys something, okay? Something happened last week. I made a video, but I couldn't post it because I think it was very lengthy. But I'm going to say it again here. Something happened years back when I was very, very young. I think I was 10 years old by that time. Yeah, still very young. My mom, as at then, have these two guys. Not really guys, like my mom's sisters, okay? They have sons. They stayed back in the village while my mom was actually in the city in Lagos, okay, with my dad. So at some point, my mom insisted that one of the child, the male child of her sister, should come to Lagos to stay with her. The first one that came, his name is Isika. Isikan was not really educated. I think he went through primary school. He hasn't gone through secondary school. So immediately he came to join us in Lagos. My dad insisted that instead of him to go to school, let him have a handiwork that he's doing. Mind you, we are actually eight in numbers. Like we are eight in numbers. Okay, seven as at then. My younger sister who was not giving birth by that time. We're seven in number because we are eight in total, five girls, three boys. So he started doing this handiwork. He went for repairing cars, just like the mechanical engineering. They call it mechanic, yeah, in Nigeria. So I started learning that handiwork. He was really doing good. Guess what? Whenever my dad have little issues with his car, not really issues, but issues that will not make the car move, because my daddy really goes to a very far distance from home to work. Then very far. My dad's work was actually on the island, while we based on the mainland, close to the Lasso Arena. You know Lasso Arena, okay? Lasso Ojo Arena. I think you should know better now. Now, whenever there's an issue with the car, my daddy will call my mom's sister's child that they brought to Lagos to come assist in checking it up. And I have not seen the day that he comes to check that he won't do it. He will definitely do it. So he has been very helpful ever since he started the mechanical engineering training. So a few years later, a few years later, I think we moved out from that particular house, the first place we were staying. We moved forward. There was a place we were really staying that time. It was far, far away from that even Lasso Ojo. It was inside, very, very inside. So at some point, my dad had to tell my mom that we should relocate to another place so it can enable him to go to work on time, because the stress was already getting on him. So we moved to a new apartment, okay, and my mom sister's son moved along with us. So few months later, after we've relocated to a new place, he said he would like to get his own space. He's now becoming a man. My parents did not object to it. They gave him that go ahead. So he did. He got his space and he moved in. So few months later, another of my mom's sister's son came to Lagos. This time around, he didn't stay with us. He stayed with the first guy who came the first time. You understand? Which is now the second name is Austin. Yeah, Austin now joined Isika. Yes, that was staying with us before he moved to be on his own. I noticed one thing between the both of them, but I did not really put it into deep concentration. The reason is because there was no awakeness. That's the truth. Now, the first guy have a handiwork. Guess what? Come rain, come sun. There's always a customer for him to sort out issues that he will get money. And guess what? He's always the one that we always go to meet for cash. There's no day that we go meet him for cash. Even my mom, that he will say no. There's always cash by God's grace. Like he was really doing good for himself. Now, the second guy that came, guess what? He's educated. Like he has gone through secondary school and I think even the university, I guess. Because he speaks so very well that they even call him professor at some point. But guess what? He does not have a handiwork. Now, when he came to Lagos to stay with the first guy that came to stay with us, they both know each other because their mommy, their dad, their no, they're close together, just like him. Now, the second guy that came does business. Guess what? We hardly go to meet him to give us cash. But you know that it was not done on me. Like I was not thinking about everything I've been through in life, like a replay. You know, at some point you have to replay some things in life. Like why was this like this? Why didn't I behave like this? Why didn't you want to checkmate your life. So I was meeting everything like that I could remember from scratch. Then I realized one thing: the second guy did not have like like a handiwork. He was just doing business of sweet yogurt. Whenever we go, we eat gala a lot, we drink ice cream a lot, but the cash does not come. So imagine we eating gala and drinking ice cream. How does it get its profit back? Now, it was not done on me after how many years. I think still this year I now realize that, oh, this is what these two people were going through. If there's anything in the world that you will do for yourself, no matter how elderly you are, please get something doing with your hands. See, that business that the second guy did, that's my mom's sister's child, the son, the second one, that the second guy that came in. It won't take him for at some point they splitted, like they are all grown, they have to stay differently. Imagine they staying differently. How will the second guy pay his bills? He can't rely on the first guy. The guy is working, he has his family now. Now, what I'm trying to say is that you will become independent one way or the other. Even if you're a married person, life will come in a way that you have to prove your worth, that you're a superwoman or you're just a human being. So I'm putting this out there. No matter who you are, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, remember you are responsible. You are all by yourself. You are responsible for yourself. You are a big responsibility. You have that duty to pass what you have with your hands to another person. And remember, I always say you must have something valuable tangible. If not, so they'll say work cool for you. Like they will not say anything good, like a whispering. But if you do something really substantial, good and valuable, pass on to another. By God's grace, your good work will speak. Now, I still have a video to send to you guys about Papa Ajasco. Do you know what? I'm going to tell you one or two things why growing about me, because I saw him recently on social media, I think Instagram. Yeah, they were talking about him not having one or two. I think one thing I should say here, while growing up, I was privileged to work with the Wale Adenuga production, and I was privileged to act with the Binta and Friends. There is a lot to say about this. Until then, my name is Grace, and I want to ask, have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? And remember, I said I'll be dropping tips on how I make or prepare my meals while on the job. Definitely, I'll do all of that step by step. Do have a wonderful day. Cheers.